Okay.
So, good morning everyone. I am Satya Sai. I am doing my MSc Physics at MNIT Jaipur. So, now I am going to discuss about electromagnetic induction and alternating current. So, if you see everything around us, it is made up of application of current and its applications. So, like, did you ever wonder how it is going to generate it and coming to us? So, let us going to learn in this topic, that is electromagnetic induction and alternating currents. So let's first see what is this electromagnetic induction. So it is firstly stated by the Oersted when he's doing his research in the lab. He observed that a compass is deflecting when it is placed by mistake near the current carrying wire. So after some doing research, he found that this changing this current will giving a magnetic field. That is like this. So he started publishing, and at that location, the Faraday is working, and he taken the printed copy of that research. Then he started studying for time pass. Then he found that a simple logic that will the changing magnetic field will also create this current. With that idea, he started working and given a law called Faraday law that states that will produce current by changing this magnetic field. So, if you go in somewhat systematical statement point of view, that we have to know some terminologies, that is magnetic flux and magnetic field. So, magnetic field is generally a vector quantity, you know. So, if you take a specific region or space area, then that is called magnetic flux. So, by changing this magnetic flux in a circuit or in a region of coil, then it will induce a magnetic electromotive force in the circuit. Then it will produce an induced current. So, like this, the current is produced, which we get it. Okay. So let's assume I am from Andhra Pradesh. So let's assume the current is produced in Andhra Pradesh. Now the current should come to Jaipur, as I am studying in Jaipur now. Okay. So then how the current will come? In which direction it will follow? That is given by the Lenz law. Okay. So it says that how the direction of the current is there in the circuit. Like on how it will be means it will always opposes the motion of the induced EMF. Why it will do? Why it should oppose the induced EMF? Because to conserve the energy. Otherwise the energy will be created like that and so on infinity. It cannot be possible in real life. So for that the induced current will be opposing always to induced EMF. So we generated the current in Andhra Pradesh and is coming to the Jaipur. So then there are, even we are traveling from one place to another place, we have so many obstacles. Like that the current will also have so many obstacles. So one of the obstacles in the physics is self inductance and mutual inductance. What are those? So self. So what is this self inductance? Like it is an opposition of the current flow. So like if you take a coil like this, we are changing magnetic field and it produces the current. So according to this electromagnetic induction, this current also will create a magnetic field like this. So this is the magnetic field produced due to this current. Then again this magnetic field change continuously because of Faraday law, and it will produce again a current that is called eddy current. So this eddy current will oppose this current. So like this, the resistance will get it to the current. So that is what we call self-inductance. And similarly, the mutual inductance will keep another coil here. And this due to changing magnetic field, it will produce this current. And it will oppose in that current which we generated. So like that, we will get another resistance in mutual inductance. So we come to know that what is the obstacles faced by the current. So now how it will come to the Jaipur, the current, or how it will travel from one destination to another destination. Like we can travel from train, bus, road, like that, or aircraft, aeroplane. So if the current can also travel in two types. So one is DC, that is straight, there is one direction, and AC. It is like aircraft if you see aircraft, it can travel in any directions. So like that, alternating current can also travel in generally in India 50 Hz. That means it will change its direction 100 times per second. Okay, so it is like we can represent like this. So 50 Hz in India. So then the current is going to come like in alternating form to one place to another place when it is transferring. So then how it is going, let us see now this application somewhat alternating current, like how it is going to work in the use of a tubelet or a fan. So for that we have to analysis the AC circuit. So in the AC circuit we have mainly two components, one is capacitor and another is inductor. So how the capacitor will work? So it will store the energy which we current will give. So and it gives the energy like that. An inductor is generally like a self-inductance type, useful for working of fan. Let us see in detail in capacitor reactance. So what is this capacitor reactance? Like the resistance created by the capacitor which we use in the AC circuit is called capacitor reactance. It is a similar analogy to the resistance. So then how the resistance is going to come? As I said in the definition of this capacitor, that it will store the current in the plates between in the form of electric field. So what is happening because of this? There is a phase difference between current and voltage. Because of this, it will create some type of reactance or resistance, we can say. So because of this, it will cause opposing to the current. So it mathematically can be represented as Xc is equal to 1 by omega c. So omega c is the this frequency of the alternating current. So if it is more frequency, then it will be obviously inversely proportional. So less capacitance. So then how it will going to work in working of the tube light? So if you see any tube light, like there will be starter. So what it will do? This capacitor, the whole current will come, then it will store the energy, and the gas in the tube which we see in the tube light, it will ionize that gas, and what we say, it will helpful in glowing of the tube light. So like this, the tube light will going to work. Even if you see in your childhood that sometimes the tube light will not work, then what people do, they will bring some starter from another tube light and kept it, and after switching on it, then they will remove it. Even that the tube light start working. Why it happens? Because it will already ionizes the gas. It role is done. So like this, the capacitor reactance is useful in the working of tube light somewhat. Now coming to the inductor reactance, it is made up of like coil, like we can say like this. So it is very similar to this mutual self-inductance. So how the eddy current is opposing, like that in the circuit it will create this opposition direction. So then how it is in what application it will be useful means, it will be useful in working of this fan, I mean controlling the speed. So let us see how. So you are aware that how this mutual inductor reactance will no. So it is represented mathematically as omega L. So it says if it is more frequency, then more inductor reactance. So how it is correlated means, when we increase the speed of the fan, suppose, so what we do, we increase the regulator. So what does it mean? It will decreasing this frequency when we kept at 5. So automatically this reactance will decrease. Then obviously more current will flow in the circuit, in the home appliances. Then when more current will flow, more energy will go, then it will rotate with more speed. Even if you see in your childhood that some fans will not work, then your parent may call electrician. Then they say when fan is not rotating or not rotating with more speed, then they ask you to change the inductor. So what is the mean? That the inductor is damaged, that is it is providing more frequency, that is it is the more frequency current is allowing. So more allowing frequency means more inductor reactance, so the less current will flowing. So that's why the fan is not rotating very fast or not rotating completely. So when we change this, then we can control the frequency very well, then we will get fan start working like that. So like this, this topic is useful in our daily life. That's it from my side. Thank you. It's very long, I feel.